All right, hello and welcome back to Commander of the Great War. We are having an absolute grand old time here, just zooming out to show that, Germany's borders basically extended here to, what is it, Königsberg? Like Kingsburg, basically. So they extended out to here and then down through Austria. So we've bidden out this huge amount. The war is going great. On the western flank, we're going in through Paris. Both of these fronts, we stayed an entire year on the defense, trying to be as pacifist as possible, but it wasn't enough. So now we're out attacking. Our planes are finally taking a lot of damage in terms of AA from the troops we're attacking and being intercepted by enemies, but still, I mean, it's going well overall. We've pushed deep into Russia, taking huge swaths. We've meeting no resistance at this point. They are deploying some units here and there, but if they don't deploy them in enough force, we should be able to isolate and destroy them. This pocket is a little bit of a nut to crack just because it's so tight, filled with strong units, including a general standing on a fortress that is giving them half supply, not full supply. And then similarly, we do have a couple of hard points here. So just trying to follow along the rail lines and expand out. Down here, Romania is on the to-do list, but 9 to 12 turns, and we've already built up a nice, satisfying kind of defensive huddle. I think that it was pretty mature to bring these planes here. I thought they were going to be like 4 to 6, and then I was going to take a turn, get them into place, upgrade them. Given that we have 5 to 10 turns, I plan on moving that stuff back to help take out that tough nut. Here, we've made slight gains with the Turks. It's been very slow going and painful, but we've made the Russians dedicate a tremendous amount of resources that once again, I will say, they really should have allocated up here. We had constantly been grinding them down on the flanks, but when we finally surged forward, we captured a group in this Warsaw pocket, and now we've captured a second group here, and now we're just blitzing through. They could not have taken two big surrounds. The final front is down here. If the English decided that they wanted to use all their planes and artillery, they could win in a heartbeat, but they decide to kind of watch us slowly grind one tile at a time, and they constantly think, oh, well, we have all these garrisons around. I think once those garrisons are dead, these infantry will take the spot, and, we'll be in trouble. But we've ground down a couple of their infantry, so now they're just really hesitant to use their planes for some reason. I guess the final front would be the naval front, but really there's nothing here. Germany against the Royal Navy. Player against AI, you can probably make things happen. We've already made things happen in the Baltic. I'm not going to worry about any more than that. So let's start in France, okay? We have lots of things in France. This artillery, we did kind of just put it out there, and now it's really overextended and in a bad way. This infantry really could deal with an upgrade. It's only tier 4 instead of tier 6. But I think Brussels or Paris. I gotta say, Paris sounds nice this time of year. But my units can't quite get to it. Looks like this one can get to there. So maybe we do a step forward. And then a step down. And then we do have a bomber. Seems like the bomber would do well against Belgium. They would lose much more. So now they're at 3 efficiency. A lot of this Air Force for Germany needs an upgrade. Like, I can't even pretend to use it this round. Very little of it can reach all the way into Paris. This can hit Brussels. But really, it's this unit here. It's a British general. Very tough nut to crack here. Moving forward, though, let's see what we can do. Big 2, big here, big 3. This unit, I think, can get all the way through. It can. Then we step. Paris is defended, but ever so lightly. I mean, oh my god. I don't have an infantry that can reach this Belgium unit, so I'm just going to use a garrison unit to try and push on it. But my god, is this ever a painful experience. Even this French unit, for instance, could really do a lot of damage if we don't do something about it, so bit tricksy. Let's go ahead and hit Brussels after all, and let's use these closer to full strength units to put some pressure. Well, probably not this one. I mean, if I can hit the artillery this hard, then it's probably worthwhile. But yeah, let's just do that. I am going to repair this cannon in place. It is costing us because they can do a lot of damage on it, but if they want to stand there and take the artillery bombardment, fine by me. I think these units need to stay where they are, or the enemy can kind of seep through. Wow, I could bombard their artillery, but it's really not worth it doing 3 damage just for the sake of it. Not a problem. Let's go down into Italy here once again, get the boats going boom boom, spending a lot of ammunition, but that's fine. There is a place to bombard this unit here, so just trying to lower their efficiency. This unit has full strength, so let's bring him up. We could do several different attacks here, but it's not that hot. 1 attack into here, 2 attacks into there. I think we focus on this garrison next. We do have some upgrading that we can do, though, and I think this is for gas attack. So perhaps the best thing to do for a turn would be to just upgrade. Looks like we're going to get some more shock on these units. Looks like a lot of them could deal with some repairs anyway. And let's just get some general harassment on that frontline infantry and garrison. Make sure they're not getting that efficiency back. We could do a little bit of attacking just for the sake of it. That looks pretty good, actually. So there we go. Nice. That'll help some of these factions like Austria maintain their ammunition for a turn, because we've been spending like crazy. Okay. Over here, this is the nut I want to make sure can't get created. I don't want them to be able to fortify Minsk. I want to push onto them as much as I can. Let's come down here. Let's do a little bit of bombardment on this unit. It is a general. We are taking casualties, but I think that is okay. We attack you for 1. I can get you all the way in here. I think you guys need to shift. We're not going to be able to attack Minsk proper, unfortunately. But at least this general unit is down to absolutely like no supply. I think things are slowing down in the snow of the winter. It's kind of poopy. Let's start grinding away at this garrison, because the other 2 infantry units are infantry, and that is a little bit harder for us to push through on. Okay. That was able to grind us in a little bit deeper. Some units here could do with some repairing. Especially you, my god. We could go after Gamel. I also like the idea of like connecting this line. And yeah, that should capture us this whole sector. And even if he steps forward, he can't actually. He's a small garrison. They can't leave their city. This infantry can come here to Kyiv. Likely, this is the best decision for us, is to push up to Gamel, attack. That's some pretty good damage. I mean, we're low on efficiency already, but, you know, go over here, claim some tiles, give this Kievan unit a chance. Yeah, and then just plain here. Let's keep our visibility high. So we gained a few tiles in this sector. I mean, I don't want them to gain any additional efficiency. So let's attack even though they're bad attacks, just to make sure that their efficiency stays down at that 7 and 8, so we can use the planes on them the next time. All right, if this artillery is that good. Oh, it doesn't have a rail line because I just used one for that infantry. That's too bad. I could fly closer to the front line, perhaps here. Yeah, it looks like they're not deploying anything, so we might be able to get through there. If this artillery really isn't going to be on the front line next turn, I think what we do is just prepare it for this inevitable conflict. Looks like the Looks like everybody's gotten the memo here in terms of Romania. So it really shows how well we're doing in the war that we can allocate this many units to defending a front that we know won't be open for another 9 turns. I still shouldn't have put the cannon there. I really, like, 9 turns is a long time. Regardless, let's keep killing ourselves trying to break through on these Russians. Over and up, and let's take a moment to repair. Not sure what to do here. It looks like they're not dug in here yet, so I'll try for some work, but it's really just helping them lower our own efficiency. If they had any like significant infantry forces, we wouldn't want to be doing that, but at this point, we've ground them down just to their garrisons. The Brits. Let's repair our plane. Oh, excuse me. Let's repair our plane. Let's repair this. And then, yeah, breaking into the Suez. We could attack this unit here. I'll try just because this unit is a little bit more defended, but yeah, I mean, the Brits are pretty locked in. I meant to bring this cannon forward. Crap. Yeah, that's why I wanted to move that unit up, because then the cannon could come in underneath. That's a mistake. It's fine. We, again, if the Brits wanted to kill us, they could, so, you know. I mean, they would immediately start hammering us down, and then I would be deploying more infantry here, but, like, fighters. We have fighter ones, they have fighter ones. Seems fine, but they can upgrade theirs. They have all this extra ammunition and artillery. We actually have invested quite heavily in artillery ammunition, so maybe we can get to work. We only have 1 cannon. How much does an additional cannon for Turkey cost? 40. What's their research at? 2 units there. I mean, we could like sell a research. They don't have... I mean, look, you should be focused on this and focused on this. We have focus points. You should use them. Germany, you're focusing on this. I really don't care that much about defensive positions. Base defense and 2 air attack. Like, I want you to finish it, but I regret not focusing you earlier on something else. Anti-air, also not that big a deal. Digging in and gas, not that big a deal. I think we just go mobile flamethrower and then huge artillery coordination. I mean, maybe I should have focused on the railway at this point because the railway is cool. But Germany doesn't have that many resources at that point. We've really expanded them out a little bit further beyond that. So we want to focus you. We want to focus your troops as well. You're mostly an air combat unit. I mean, I can't believe you have bomb racks. That's kind of crazy. You really don't need naval. I'm not going to build subs, am I? Not with Austria, right? Naval attack of 1 more. Get me out of here, man. You can sell that. Save us a couple bucks. Okay. I mean, Germany has theirs, but look, Germany actually does something in this game, okay? All or nothing armor, baby. Yeah, more defense on our naval units is not what we need. Naval units just take so long to beat each other up. It's a wonder anything gets done. What do we do with Germany up here? That's the real question. I think we've got to keep bombarding one of these cities. You're at 7, you're at 10. Okay, put it into the main. And then attack. Yeah, it's so nasty. Like, all those attacks and we killed 1 unit. Then here we focus you. And that was enough for him to retreat into Riga. Annoyingly so. And then let's keep attacking these units to try and lower their efficiency. I don't think they can sneak through and cut us off. And if they did, I would be able to get in behind them. But what a nasty Russian front. These front lines are Like, you can see how they cluster, right? Like, and once this is dead, though, oh, all of that extra army can go forward. We're just so thin in a lot of places, but so are they. So it's just nasty. Again, Germany really could decide, like, hey, it's time to send these garrisons somewhere, but I like having them. In fact, they probably should have been in France. I took them away, but I shouldn't have. Keeping you full strength is nice. Harass this infantry. If this guy does step forward to attack my plane, I feel like a crazy person. Does this tile have a rail line on it? Like, I don't know. Because, like, I could step down and step down. I just don't know, you know? Do a couple attacks, and then, like, can he get out? Like, have we locked him in? Are we good now? We'll see. I'm just worried that things can, like, slip through, but I don't think there's a rail line on this tile for this guy to just go zzz and, like, cut off this entire invasion. You know, maybe I should have put a plane here just to make sure, but I don't want to move my artillery there. It's just, the problem is, I may as well move my artillery here because I can't move my artillery somewhere that'll be more useful. I wanted it on Paris, but I don't have a rail line to Paris. Great, so that's this front, Italy, France, and all of this Russian front. We do have some production that we can do. We have an Austrian unit in the queue. I think I'd like to save up. A bomber's a little too expensive. We do have ammunition for the group. I mean, maybe Austria should have had a bomber. They actually have the tech for it. It's pretty wild. Ottomans had enough to buy a plane there, but just, oh, they did do the step and cut, and they attacked to force the retreat. This will be fine though. We can reconnect this unit. We won't be able to use it next turn because it'll be out of supply. But this will remind me how out of supply is calculated, which I think we'll like. And like, this is the nasty part about the Entente, right? Like, they are trying to bring out these units and bring them to France, but to do that, they need to rail all around the Alps. Like, there's no rail lines through the Alps in 1915. Let's see. Okay, they're consolidating their air force and retreating. Well, actually, that was a good cycle. They got a unit that was low health, low efficiency out. He's trying to break his way out of Minsk. Bringing some cannons down. He is seeming to be retreating. Is going to allow me to encircle that city. An interesting position for his general. That aura can cover all of that northern flank, but not the eastern, like eastern southern flank. I guess it would be southeastern, but it's more east than it is south, you know? I know, it's southeast east. Be accurate. All right. Germany, speaking of France. I would like to, I mean, everybody's on low efficiency here, but let's be real. Killing this unit is pretty sick. So that guy's dead. And now we're moving in on Paris. Now, Brussels is still nasty. So I think we're going to take a turn to just blow some stuff up. Again, we could attack and take losses, but I don't want to do that. This unit could just take a turn of chilling. I think that what we need to do is blow up Brussels in terms of efficiency. And then just do a round of repairing on the front line. Like, it's totally okay. It's fine. Let's make sure that we are bombing this unit. This might be the turn that we move up this air force. Down here, the French are isolated. So let's do a quick 1-2. I could finish it off, but I can't let this unit through. I could step down here, but that might be overextending. I just don't have the units. Okay, step into Verdun. Let's see what happens now. The French should hate that, right? Verdun is like the place they would love to bleed over. Look, see, the Italians are now arriving at Paris. What a mess. Had they just left the French troops in France, they wouldn't need to bring the Italian troops to France later. And I know that's like, you know... Man, the bombers have the range! Oh my god! You see that? They can bomb all the way to Lyon. Let's bomb Rouen. Let's see, I did 2 damage, it says. Maybe that'll be reflected in some way. Okay, air to air. Looks like they got to tier 2 fighters using British models. I mean, we did take a beating there. Let's do this one. Okay, they didn't intercept that. And then... what else is there to harass? I mean, I just want to make sure those English units stay down. Stay down, dogs. Alright, we have 175 production as Germany. That is a bit much. We do have enough ammunition to fire the artillery, but then I wouldn't be able to use anything else. So let's, for now... First, let's bring this plane up to where the general plane is. Then... let's start bombarding the unit that's out in the cold of not being in the fortress. Then you guys can all shift. And let's keep attacking forever. We'll do a little bit of harassing on this guy, just to make sure that he doesn't have a chance as well. But you're now down to 0 efficiency. That's what I like to see. So you're going to get repaired. Looks like they're trying to bail out. Again, we can move up to here. We need some repairs on some of these units. Trying to get the kill, I think, was right, but it means that this rail car literally can't do anything because they were blocking our own advance. Let's keep the attacks kind of coming. This artillery is in a great spot. We don't have the ammunition for it, but it's in a good spot. You are trying to run away. Okay, you did run into a good direction where I can't quite chase you. Here they've deployed a garrison unit. We've talked about this one. Interesting. So if you go all the way to here, you come up. Let's start the assault on the city. I mean, even our units are low efficiency. 4, 5, and 7. Just because we're pushing and conquering land, like, too fast. And he did, in fact, deploy a garrison unit in behind. Let's keep the pressure up. I mean, here's the thing. Is if we go to management, Germany, even if it's $100 for one more production, you need it. I'd love more bombers. I didn't realize how much range they have. Just another thing to kind of set them apart. Okay, the Austrians are coming in. I think that's fine. I think if we just repair our units at this point. Don't move with a lot of them. We need some upgrades kind of all over the place. Like, even if they're expensive, I mean, getting that assault and defense and everything else. Maybe not on the Romanian front, just because the Romanians are also like tier 1 units. But I think they have technically they start the game with one lab like everyone else. So I'm sure it's been ticking away. I think the focus on this front is also recovery for a turn. I might even do it here as well. Just even if it's kind of letting both sides recover, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, we could have stepped up into this tile. You know what? It is a mountain tile. Let's do that. If he wants to try and outflank, that's fine. I mean, it's a dug-in mountain, but we're going to push through the center. And then down here, they just got a new unit into this spot. Let's move this garrison back so we can bring the infantry and the cannon forward. Let's harass this infantry so it doesn't come back with a vengeance later. And you know, as much as I want to harass that unit, it doesn't make sense. Like, we just don't have the, like, we need to wait till we have the artillery support. And it looks like we got an upgrade for our artillery anyway. So let's let it be. Let it be. You guys are going to get probably just gas masks and stuff, but it's fine. Get upgraded. Italy. Big boom boom. Big boom boom. Big boom boom. Big boom boom. Keep it coming. This unit here has 7 efficiency. Let's put the pressure on that unit, including a bombard. All right, now he's down to 1 efficiency. Boom, boom. 7 damage. Holy. I have not seen that kind of damage in a long, long time. Do an attack here. We got a good roll on it. And we're out. There you go. We get an extra tile on Venice, and we're continuing to keep the French absolutely bombarded on this whole coast, because their fleet is just maintaining a defensive, like, port line all through these ports, probably going and protecting convoys, which is fine. It's giving them a lot of production, but we are fighting it real good. We're fighting the good fight. So diplomacy one more time. 8 to 10 turns. I mean, really, this cannon, I don't think we're going to need it up here, but it really should have been there. I really messed up not bringing it. So 1 front, 2 front, 3 front, 4 front, and then the messy mess that we have up here. And good thing with these planes, too, making sure that there's nothing kind of sneaking up on Kyiv. Yeah, and then there's the naval and the naval. All right, let's go to the next turn. Oh, well, there is production. Germany has 50 of it. A bomber costs 50. They have super far range, but they cost 3 ammunition to do. There it is, range 10. So there you go. I know the blimps had insane range. Still, if you're bombing cities, you could still be using blimps. The problem with blimps is that, like, if you were playing against an allied player, they would just buy fighters, and it would be like kind of a battle for Britain kind of thing. I don't think I need another bomber, but, like, wouldn't it be cool if we did? Same thing with, like, Austria. Could also get a bomber. And I actually think Austria has the ammunition to justify it. Turkey, I mean, I've been using your money as it comes in, but, like, maybe you need artillery, maybe you need a fighter. Your research is leveling that stuff up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Germany needs too much ammo for them to do anything but just get ammunition production. We are so overextended right now. Like, look at all the numbers on our units. We've got red units in terms of efficiency. And the enemy is mobilizing from Italy. To try and defend the French. I don't know, man. We'll see, won't we? Looks like they're just shuffling mostly. They don't have, like, enough troops to do any, like, counter-pushing. Other than here. Britain absolutely has the troops, the bombers. If they're moving the planes closer, that means they might use them. But we'll see. The thing is that, like, our infantry has high tech. I've invested heavily in technology labs. And I've given them, like, AA defenses and stuff like that. Just minimal amounts, but enough that the AI is hesitant to use their air units. Where me, I'm, like, almost... We should look at our casualties. Because I really want to see how much have we taken in terms of casualties on our planes. Because it's been quite a bit. We're taking, like, 3 damage a lot of the times when we send planes out. Which is we have so many planes that we're constantly repairing and sending more. Here's the Royal Navy kind of coming in. Yeah, so if we go to, what is it, management? See down here, we can see kills. So Germany has the most kills, Austria has the second most, then Russia, then Turkey, and like, look at this. It's just a sad... Like, if you add up all of the central powers here, right, this is like 700, 800, that's like, you know, literally this adds up to 1,500, and then there's another 260 on that. So we're like well on our way to 2,000 kills. It's like 1,700 something. And if you add up, like, their major contributor here, 400 plus another 100, that's like 500. Let's just round up 600. So we're like a 3-to-1 kill death ratio, and that's just on the ground units, right? There's all these aerial kills as well, right? 72, 60, 18, 48 naval kills, 64, some back, some forward. But if we look at the deaths, right, Germany does have 104 plane aerial deaths. A quarter of its deaths, if you exclude the Navy, a quarter of its deaths are actually aerial deaths. That doesn't quite hold true for Austria, but it's close. Yeah, so there's just a lot of air combat happening. Looks like they fought to try and get out. Look at this. This is the bombardment of blimps. You really can do a blimp strategy as Germany, don't get me wrong, but only because the AI is too slow to, like, position planes in London and shoot down your blimps as you try bombing them. It would be a cool air campaign to do, though. Let's talk about, like... I wish I had more generals over here. I know I put 2 of Germany's generals in Russia, and I'm feeling it right now. And I'm feeling good. This is 2 kills on an artillery shot. Yeah, I just overextended into Paris here. It's 25 production. It's massive if we can take it. But, like, we're just so exhausted from sprinting across the country. Let's take a second and just see if we can take Brussels as, like, a consolation prize here. Surviving with 4 health. Nasty. If I brought in this fresh unit, it may have been enough. Or had I attacked with a bunch of planes first, like I should have. Still, what to attack? Probably this unit here. Let's move our blimp forward. A couple of my units are at 5 and 7 health, so let's get those done. Continuing to harass this British unit makes a lot of sense to me. It's now down to 2 efficiency. Same as our unit up here. If I can rush all the way to the coast here, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because that kind of cuts off... No, Brussels itself is a capital. Okay, well, let's pressure this... this squatty here. And then let's form the line. Okay, so the line has been formed. Us against them, as always. Let's get our reinforcements in. If you can bombard them for 2, I'm gonna do it. And then, yeah, even though it doesn't really feel like it makes sense, let's just move this air unit into here. And now we're ready to go for like a big attack next round, it seems. Could upgrade some units still. This one in particular is an infantry. You have very low efficiency, but not much can attack you. Okay, that's good. Moving down. Everything on the coast gets boom boomed. I mean, that's good damage. Let's start bombarding this unit in the center. And even if we take heavy plane casualties going in after it, certainly we will attack. Maybe not with this unit, even though, well, actually what we'll do is we'll shift so that we can attack with that unit. We're still at 5 efficiency. Like, we've, honestly, like, if they brought up this unit here and, like, this Belgian unit, they'd have 2 full efficiency units on me. I'm being a little bit sloppy in the fact that I'm not resting my troops for a turn, but only because I have them at literally 0 efficiency, so I want to take those combats. Cool. Down here, we're kind of chilling. Let's keep these guys around. Again, they would be good to like upgrade or whatever, but they need their efficiency, so let's take a turn to relax. Cannon out there. Let's make sure you guys do boom booms. Well done. And then attack the cannon. And then I'm going to move you here to prevent anyone from cutting us off. But yeah, you can see it's mostly just small garrisons. And like, maybe I should have gone for the coast, but it kind of feels right to try and do these big sweeping attacks. So you're going for 2. Then I come all the way out here and follow back in. I mean, are you guys able to do the thing right now? 3 damage. 5 damage. You're in. 1 damage. 1 damage. And then these guys need a turn to repair. So they are full of vigor. Okay. Start work on this unit, and then probably keep pushing on the flanking infantry here, actually. Not infantry, but garrison unit. Boom, he's been destroyed. I don't think I can step into that tile without causing problems for myself. Well, yeah, probably. We're so close to that cutoff to, like, encircle Minsk, but for now, we are chilling. So again, this unit here is on low supply. This cavalry has high efficiency now from resting, so it's absolutely able to get the job done here. Let's move you over, repair you on the side. And then we can keep attacking this armored train. Germany, once again, does not have enough ammunition left. So we're just going to keep pushing. Step into here. I actually think this is a good time for you to keep his efficiency low and then just repair this center unit that's preventing them from being connected. All right, so that's good. We're breaking through here. This is a little concerning if I were the Russians. Here, once again, we blew up a couple of important units, and now we're thrusting into the depths of Russia. I would love to use this cavalry next to kind of follow the rail line and connect that stuff. Here, there could be some attacks, but I don't really have anything I can do. He could actually outmaneuver me with a car and try and, like, beat me back to this city, but I don't see that being a problem. I think this guy has to stay just because the Romanians could technically attack that once they come in. They're going to come in at a time where I'm ready for them, though, so not too worried. Let's start this main attack here on the next garrison in the mountains. And then if they're going to give me another tile, we will take it. Keep shifting up. Again, wherever there's an attack that seems to make sense, we'll take it. Upgrade you. or repair rather. And then down here, repair you. I want to keep that guy's efficiency low, but I just can't keep up with him. Oh, I did 2 attacks, but I didn't do my artillery first. How embarrassing. And now they're digging in along this front line, but this is an important Suez unit defending against 3 angles where every other unit can only be attacked twice. So I want to keep you at full health. And we have 2 generals down here. And a reserve infantry and the cannon. We're doing fine. This actually would have been the better place for the cannon, just because it could... Excuse me. Just because it could hit so much, but... Look at these planes. Level 2 fighters from England. He's ready to go. Level 1's down here, level 2's up there. Certainly interesting. Alright, so I think that's every front, right? Again, except for the German naval front. But that's not really that relevant. There's also some production that could be had, but again, we're kind of holding on to our cash there as well. I'd like to get another Ottoman artillery, but it's just so hard to find the cash for it when you're constantly doing these frontline repairs. And holding on to a little bit of production capacity, I think, makes sense. So now, no units. Okay, they did cut off that German. And we have low efficiency, so I mean, even the small garrison could do work. Yeah, we just overextended here a little bit too much. It's not a big problem, but I really want Brussels. Like, we need to get Brussels, like, now. I don't know where those generals are on the Russian front. Like, I should put them on a train and send them this way, you know? I could have them in Liege in no time. Okay, here comes the air combats. Yeah, okay. Alright, we gotta get that cavalry out of there. Unfortunately. And a little bit of pressure on this side. What are they gonna do about this? Doesn't look like there's much they can do. Garrison coming down to potentially snip it, but... Do they have enough units to maintain a front line? They don't. We've kind of chewed them away slowly here. They just did a naval bombard. Oh, yo, infantry grenade stuff. Infantry charge for the Ottoman. The Turks. Alright, so is Brussels going to fall? Not with a 9 strength unit. I mean, he has 1 efficiency. Like, come on. Please die. Zero efficiency. Okay, what about now? Okay, there we go. I didn't want to have to use the artillery. Alright, Brussels has fallen. Their production capacity is dead or down. Then we step into here. No units left. What I'm going to do is take Antwerp and then step back. This unit can join the front line here. He'll probably die. I can't repair him this turn. Like, this whole air force needs to be repaired. Oh my god. And this whole German line needs to just relax. Just take a turn. Looks like that unit just whittled away and died. Not bad. The Germans have some ammunition. I'm just so concerned about using it. Let's make our way over towards Paris. Yeah, if I had extra garrisons, I could do a lot. I really want to attack this particular infantry. It is a tier 5 infantry. It is a general. I do have a lot of units nearby that it could kind of attack. Let's keep that top of mind. There's a lot of air unit attacks to be done over there as well. Looks like we're going to get through on this unit here soon enough. In fact, let's just bring back the cavalry. Make sure that that's completed. Keep up the pressure up here. Keep up the pressure up here. Move the cannon forward if needed. More cannon upgrades available. Only costing 2. Probably an anti-air kind of thing. Attack. 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 I saw the general, by the way. The one I was looking for a minute ago. Attack. And attack. I mean, it survived with 1 health. And that won't kill it. So, moving on. Part of me wants to, like, go after that reinforcing garrison more than anything. Ooh, how do we do that? Because first of all, even if I have low efficiency, capturing all this land seems like it makes sense. Then you can come all the way up to here. Again, we'd lose if that combat happened. But this is an encirclement. And now all of these units can just chill out and be repaired. Even this unit, I mean, you just have to not move for a turn. Okay, we did get the blimp upgrade. It's now looking pretty hot. Even though it's still, like, just lightly good at defending against air units now. But there's some more offensive stuff. The car is in a position that I just can't ignore it. I need to step back. I hate that. Okay. Cool. Actually, I want to go to Italy next. Let's keep bombarding these units, making sure that they are, like, absolutely not relevant. And then, I mean, you have an efficiency of 0. You have an efficiency of 0. Efficiency of 5. Efficiency of 6. I mean, you guys can try these attacks. I mean, it looks like it's working, but... I mean, I could bombard him again. It just seems like a waste. Like, oh, I'd rather save my ammunition than beat up on these, like, pretty much dead squads. Yeah, okay. What do we do with this? We need to break through on this garrison. I know that, like, they literally just made space on either side, but... like, it's just... we're slow going here. We are slow going. You're defending in a mountain and slowly digging in, so I think it's fine if they attack you. You're gonna maintain health, and if they really if they really lower his efficiency, we'll deal with it then. So big boom boom there. Your efficiency goes down to 6. I mean, I can't even pretend to use this fighter, right? Like, won't it just die? This cavalry is a little bit tricky. Okay, I need to move you out, you down, you up, and then you over. And then, yeah, a couple attacks, left, right, center, doesn't really matter. You guys can get some shock, because we did just invent those grenades. In fact, I think we kept up the pressure over here as well, but let's spend. Absolutely, let's spend. Anything over here? No. We could upgrade a sub, but like 10 production for a little bit more defense is... I don't know. Navy is too expensive. Alright, Germany, you do have the ammunition. Let's go to town. Making this guy regret the... That seems good. Let's upgrade you. Upgrade you. If we are going to be doing bombardment with these This equipment, we want to make sure it's as tough as possible. All right, that's about to fall. That's going to free up a ton of troops. Gommel is connecting to this. I mean, it's slow going, but we certainly do make those gains, right? One tile, like literally the Italian front is the slowest, which is wild. I actually thought the Italian front would be slow because it would be in the Alps. Instead, it's slow because it's just narrow. Oh, that's a doo-doo. That's a big doo-doo. I don't like that. They actually are doing anti-submarine warfare. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna break that unit out. But again, like we had overextended to the coast there. That was a bad decision. I can't believe they're using armored cars against me. Like even the armored trains suck in this game because they just don't have flexibility, and their damage output is not even comparable to like a dug-in infantry, right? Yeah, I mean, here they go. The British are using their planes en masse, and I am defending slightly with my level 1 fighter, but I can only defend against that first reconnaissance, right? Okay, they are retreating him back. I like to make sure he stays low. And then, yeah, these guys are about to lose some of their efficiency. And, of course, they're going to defend Riga. Man, every city is a hard point. Even if it's just a slight, like, couple garrisons or whatever, like, the Russians are finding men and sending them my way. And, like, it grinds down your manpower. It really does. Like, it's not even like, you know, Nazi Germany, World War II, Operation Barbarossa. Like, they got all the way to St. Petersburg, Petrograd in this instance, right? Pretty sure should be St. Petersburg, and it should be Petrograd after, I guess. Peter City. Anyway, what does it get called later? After the revolution? I can't remember, but I'm not too worried about it. We are attacking in so many ways, and yet they're constantly finding more infantry, more units, and because it's the winter, and because we're really breaking through and conquering a lot of land, our supply lines just can't keep up, and our units are lowering on efficiency and having to stop mid, like, invasion. It's pretty wild. Can we look at diplomacy again? 5 to 7 turns, 6 to 8 turns. I'm not too worried about Portugal. We already basically can't fight at sea. If the Entente's navy decide to group up, it's just right now they're kind of, the fact that the German fleet exists, they want to keep their fleet here instead of chasing down this Mediterranean one. So anyway, the Romanian forces, that is, even if they're level 1, I'm pretty sure they'll do a turn 1 upgrade and get them straight to level 2 or 3. And they've got, like, what, 4 infantries and a cavalry? Like, it's actually a bit nasty. Especially because I need to get a unit into this forest. And right now, I don't have extra units on this front line, because if I take this tile, I'll need this this garrison, and then I'll have no redundancy. It's actually kind of scary. Same thing here, where I'm using planes and cannons to be on my front line, because I've invested so heavily into planes that I just don't have the army that you would normally have at this point. And then over here, I'm pretty overcommitted. Like, I have so much infantry, so much ground force, but that's because the front line used to go all the way through Königsberg, all the way back to here, and then down through into here, right? This is a huge frontage that at the start of the war, usually you just pinch it and you try and take Warsaw right away, and then you get a straight line. But yeah, again, we've hit that inflection point rounding Romania where this extends out like crazy. And I'm really not protected if if Romania does counter and decide, okay, well, we'll just come up here and try and cut off this invasion, you know, maybe I really need to be bringing down more units here, for instance, and trying to go after, what's this called? Iasi? Bessarabia, I think, isn't it? That region. Anyway, that's kind of my outro, talking about the status of things. Right now, the war is going well, absolutely. The Austrians are the only ones that have like a 90% debuff because of their manpower losses, but I expect, you know, Turkey and Germany are taking significant losses. It's adding up pretty quickly. They'll probably be the next in. Romania opening up so far ahead of Bulgaria. It's a little bit concerning. The British finally using their Air Force. I still don't think this is a problem, but I mean, we're losing men. So maybe it is a problem. And then maybe that means that I can't push into Russia, but I really like forcing the Russians to defend the Caucasus mountain range. It's just such a slow grind, right? How nasty is this? How do people feel about France? How do people feel about the series? Like, just take a moment and audit your own feelings. Are we doing all right? Are we bored? Are we excited? Are we thinking Paris is one tile away, which seems so close, but I know it's far? Well, I don't know. We actually just freed up a lot of troops here in Belgium, so maybe it's close. Closing this door will really allow us to man the front line. Oh, man. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.